Now Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
When they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Touchdown! Hollywood, Marquise Brown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Washington offense set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 14. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Okay.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over again. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping in air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
They get 11 back. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
From the 29, here's second down and 3. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll start with the option. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That time they pick up the 24 yards on the keeper. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball Keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Mahomes going to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Matt Araiza now. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. That's pulled in at the 32. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And again it's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards and they do convert on 3rd. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. They're going to look to throw. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commanders first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Robinson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Robinson again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 44. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. A give to Robinson on the option. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Give to Robinson on the option. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Mahomes now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And now another one thrown incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On the draw, Robinson. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 56 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point right down the middle, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Nifty move. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback with now 3 week-long touchdowns. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
McManus now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Tony.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Pacheco not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big...
That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Point after, right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in 1 half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the 2nd half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Back to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The kick by McManus is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 30 yards. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Mahomes to throw once more. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In that 1 o'clock time frame, a lot to choose from. But let's highlight the game in Philadelphia. A big one for the Eagles as they'll square off against the LA Chargers. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the New York Giants. And then finally, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jamin Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And the Washington offense heading out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A give left side to Robinson. There's the stiff arm. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Open man right side is Tony. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he'll get this down to the 23. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as the tackle made up near the 35. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
131 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they got it 1st and goal.
Robinson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp. And
I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now left side on the swing pass. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down. They needed 4, they got 8, and it results in a conversion on 4th down. On play action, it's Mahomes. That'll be cut. It's Tony. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Caught. Kelsey, left side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Chiefs offense set to go. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
They snapped the ball backed up inside their own 10. Now they're backed up even further, and they can thank their coverage for that. They called a zone, and they were aggressive enough to deny an early window, and that gave their rushers a chance to get to the pocket.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now here's Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now Mahomes. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Robinson, he'll try the left side. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Robinson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle here to Brown. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Mahomes to throw once more. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's to the pylon and incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down to Hatch's time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're... That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Washington, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. Now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.